Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Only take what resonates from this message, okay? I cleansed my energy before I got on here. I ask that this message attracts the right people who are meant to see it, and that the messages come out in the way that they need to, not the way that I want it to. So a lot of you guys, of course, this is pertaining to relationships, emotions, creativity, self, right? Equal give and take, generosity. Somebody is going to be very grateful for you, very lucky to have you. This may be somebody who you meet, who you, like they're going to be a diamond in the rough and you're going to dust them all up. And this is going to be somebody who's not going to take advantage of that. You know how a lot of people came into your life who you upgraded and they really just took advantage of you or just using you? This is going to be different. And for others of you, it's the other way around. All right, you're going to be the one that's the diamond in the rough, and this person is going to be a safe space for you. I don't know if you have this person in your life right now, but if you don't, this is going to be somebody that you can trust. This is going to be somebody that you can work with, collaborate with, network, maybe teach each other some things. Because although you know all things, right, spiritually, when it comes to your human vessel, there's some things that you may not know that another person may know, and vice versa. So I feel like you guys will be able to teach each other things. I feel like this will be someone who you will probably meet at some type of gathering, whether you're out celebrating, whether this is a mutual friend. Okay, maybe this is going to be somebody who you have a friendship with, and it's going to go into deeper. Now, I don't know what this message is going to be pertaining to. As I already said earlier, I felt like relationships or creativity and emotions really called out to me. So let's see. What is going on in the collective's hearts? What is going on in the collective's lives? What is the message here for the collective? Thank you. Some of you guys are the messenger. We got return. So what's going on in the collective's life is that you are returning, or someone is returning. I'm seeing an opportunity to make amends or to provide a second chance. And when I say opportunity, obviously that means that maybe an awakening will come about to where you will know someone deserves a second chance, because maybe they didn't burn that bridge all the way up, okay? But if somebody is traumatizing you, it's a lot of chaos and a whole lot going on, then, child, you may need to get a personal reading. I don't know about that. So trust your intuition. Be mindful that every message may not be for you, because this is a collective. It's not a personal read. I do have $7.77 questions, $25 readings, $35 readings, and $50 readings, which is tarot and oracle for those. And for the ones who can't afford my prices, we can work something out for sure. I do allow donations to be sent in for those who can't afford my prices. All right, but if you're new here, then welcome. It's always great to have new people. If you're returning, then welcome back. It's great to see you again. If you guys missed the beginning of this message, or you may not stick around for the whole thing, it will be uploaded to my YouTube. But until then, if you guys want to double tap the screen, send in some gifts, comment your feedback, all is appreciated. If you want to get on the list is always open, even when I'm not on live, okay? You can schedule mentorships, life coaching sessions. I even do things with kids, which is cheaper, you know? Because as we were once kids before, and we didn't have the knowledge of self-love and, you know, all of these things, we were able to allow fear to get into our minds, projections from other people, beliefs that were not ours. we were very detached from ourselves and connected to everything outside of us. So, yeah. Now let's confirm more about this return energy. What is this return energy trying to tell me for the collective? Some of you guys could be resistant towards somebody that's trying to return back into your energy. Maybe this is somebody who you low-key have a crush on, like secret admirer type energy, or like vice versa, they could have a crush on you. Seeing somebody is suppressing something. Maybe you could be suppressing how you feel. They could be suppressing how they feel. Somebody could be timid around you, or you could be timid around this person. But resistance is coming out, confirming return. So somebody is resistant to some type of return, some type of second chance, some type of making amends, or some type of opportunity to reconnect with someone. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone else. We have chasing on the back. Maybe this person is an athlete. 516 could be a very significant angel number, or individually the number 5 and the number 16, which 1 and 6 combined together is the number 7. Okay. Football specifically could be very significant. I'm seeing pursuit, toxicity, and resilience on the back of the deck. Now, a lot of times people use the back of the deck as reference to what's going on here, but just apply the message how it fits. I'm an intuitive reader, so I like to include anything that pops up in my mind. You know, I'm clairvoyant, etc. So I like to mention any and everything that I'm feeling, thinking, whatever the case may be, seeing. So this energy could be significant for some of you guys. For others, it may not apply. Now, maybe some of you guys are a bit resistant because of like where you've come. You've built yourself up a lot. You've done a lot of work. You've overcome a lot of things. And I feel like you just don't want to go back into something that's a risk, right? Because of course, why would you be resisting something that's potentially good for you or an opportunity, right? So maybe this doesn't seem like the grandest opportunity, because maybe toxicity lives here. Maybe pride and ego lives here. And maybe you're just in this energy of wanting to let go and move on. Maybe you could have currently walked away from this person, or previously, or in the future you will, because I feel like you're done. Okay, I feel like you want something solid. You may think about this person, or they, you know, get to thinking about you, craving you, desiring you. But I feel like you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. But maybe you've only come into like patterns with this person. Be mindful with patterns. A lot of times you can pay attention to your own energy as well, right? It does take two to an extent. If there's violence, abuse, the same thing happening, maybe you should try shifting something up, right? So if a person is constantly not changing, and then you come into this energy where you're constantly giving them a chance, which is always what you used to do, maybe try doing something differently, which is choosing yourself this time and allowing them their own space to grow. Maybe you'll outgrow them, maybe you'll move on, which will probably be good for the both of you anyway, because if you don't really trust something, if something is not really nourishing your mind, body, and soul, then it's giving you mixed signals, or your emotions are blocked, or whatever the case may be, there's pain here, then of course separation, a break, time apart, or just complete, hey, you go your way, I go mine, could be needed, you know? Maybe that's why somebody is chasing the other person, because they know that there's excitement here, there's good times here. But maybe something shocking happened. Maybe something unexpected happened in the connection. Whether you had a child with this person, okay, whether the connection became stressful. At first it seemed, you know, it was given honeymoon phase, and then it started becoming very stressful. There was tension, there was arguments. Maybe there was some certain unhealthy attachments like jealousy or spying on one another. Whatever the case may be, I feel like this has become an exhausting connection, or your whole life has just been exhausting, right? It's been a long journey, especially within your connections. And I feel like that's because a lot of times, going back to the unhealthy attachments, we have certain addictions. We love others more than we love ourselves. So it makes sense why certain things happen a certain way. And I'm not here to project on you. So whatever your beliefs are or your knowing is, then by all means stick to it. If I say something that goes against what you believe in, then you don't have to take it. You could just take it how it resonates. All right. But I feel like somebody only wants you, like, even if they don't want to admit it, even if they're running away or vice versa. Somebody's devoted, attached, they crave you or you crave this person. You know, either it could be your energy, their energy, or both of you guys. So if this is your energy, you only want this person. If it's their energy, they only want you. If it's both of you guys, both of y'all only want each other. But maybe there's just some things getting in the way. I feel like both of you guys feel like you are important to one another, or maybe one of you, if not both of you, feels this way. I feel like one day, some of you guys could be in the energy of, yeah, I'm just done with this person. Maybe in another lifetime, in another universe, we could be, but I'm not seeing that anymore. And for others of you, or maybe this person, they're like, man, one day we're gonna be a family, we're gonna have this happy life, you know, and all this stuff. But I feel like somebody's become confused. Like, you don't know if this is the person you're meant to be with. You don't know if this was just something that was meant to be, not meant to stay. Right person, wrong time, or wrong person, right time, or, you know, everybody's situation is different. But I feel like you are a kind-hearted, graceful, charming individual, and anybody would be lucky to have you. And I see why people are attracted to you and to your light, because this is not just beauty on the outside, but beauty within. It's very hard to come by, okay? So maybe that's why somebody could be chasing you, or, you know, the other way around. But somebody's just conflicted, all right? Somebody is very conflicted. It's like a loyal person is turning into a player, you know? That's the energy I'm getting. And it's not, of course it's not player, because you can't be loyal and a player, but it's like the loyal person is turning into this individual that's just like, kind of forgot what I was trying to say. Where the card is so I can remember. But yeah, I don't know, maybe some of you guys feel like I'll meet my soulmate when I, you know, cut this person off. Maybe that could be true. Maybe this is a soulmate energy. I don't know your story. I'm just a messenger here. You will have to apply it to how it fits. You have to trust in your intuition. You will have to sit and meditate, contemplate on this. Okay, you have to balance out spirituality, practicality, or emotions and the mind. You just have to, you know, sometimes it even takes being realistic and applying your wisdom to your current situations, because you didn't go through all of these things for no reason. And if your gifts are like tapping you on the shoulder or whatever the case may be, then you should trust in that, because you didn't feel those things before, right? When you were a kid, when you were a teen, you was just in love, involving yourself in connections that you probably would have seen instantly was not for you, you know? So apply the wisdom. Apply the wisdom. Don't break your own heart from following your heart, right? And I know it could be a cliche at times, controversial, because a lot of people feels like you should follow your heart. But a lot of times you could be in this unhealthy energy. Therefore, maybe who you love may not be who you need to be fixated on right now. Libra, Scorpio, Virgo energy, Taurus could be very significant, Cancer. The planet Uranus, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Many signs could be significant. Okay, maybe some of you guys can't even understand what the signs are anymore, you know, because there's so many blockages or hindrance or whatever. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you just need to be in the quiet. Give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time to realize what it is that you truly want, because maybe it's low-key not this person anymore for some of you guys, and maybe it's just comfortable there. Maybe it's just you still really just love this person a lot, But I feel like you should do things that's best for you, your mind, and, you know, body and soul. Nourish yourself and also connect with people who are adding to your life, not tearing you down, not draining you. Some of you guys completed certain things already within certain relationships and connections. So for some of you guys, don't go backwards. Yeah, you could be running from a person, but I feel like instead of chasing or running, like that's that. So some of y'all, this could be twin flame energy, that chaser runner dynamic. I feel like instead you should just confess. They should confess. And then, you know, set boundaries, you know? Because I feel like sometimes somebody could bluff, like, oh, you can leave, but in reality, they don't want you to leave for real. Or, I'm just done with this relationship, when in reality, you're probably not really done. So it's like, instead, respond in healthier ways. Instead of running, instead of chasing, find more healthy ways to do things. Release the unhealthy attachments, which are the addictions, being so obsessed with people to the point to where it interferes with your life. Be mindful, you came into this world alone, you will be leaving alone. Do not make anybody else the center of your life. You're supposed to add each other to your lives, not obsess over one another and become, because you know that's where the addictions start coming in, the jealousy, the possessiveness. Oh, this is my person, da da da, you know, because you really never know. Some people think they know how the world works and everything like that, but at the same time, you never really know until it comes to those moments, right? Maybe you're a person that feel like, yeah, this is my person, we're gonna forever be together, and then little you know, it's really not the case, or no such thing for some people. Like, it really all depends. But tell me more about this energy, this resistance of returning. Why is this here? So I feel like the reason why some of you guys are resisting this return, or somebody else could be resisting this return, is because maybe somebody has been pushed away, or maybe they're pushing this person away. Now, I don't know how this message is going to be for you guys, so that's why I'm like trying to do like vice versa. But since I'm doing the message for the collective, I'm going to just say it as if I'm speaking to the person that's receiving the message. And if you have to apply it differently, then just do that, because sometimes it could be your own energy. Like, yeah. So you or this person, or both of you guys, are resisting a return because you or the other person, or both, are avoiding something. Maybe there's some blockages here. Maybe somebody is literally blocking the other person on social media or whatever. But I feel like somebody is pushing someone away. There go that second chance energy again. I feel like this is most definitely a connection that's filled with, on this card, it says return, and then it says second chance, opportunity, making amends. On this card, it says second chance, reconciliation, making amends, and opportunity. So maybe there's going to be a reconciliation, or maybe this is someone that you just reconciled with before. And for some of you guys, it could have been like a pattern. Like, it could have been breakup, reconcile. Right? So I could see why this is happening this way. But for those of you who believe in those connections that are very tough and, oh, you just got to get through it and eventually it'll get better, then maybe some of you guys feel like this is going to build some type of solid foundation for you all, and in the future everything will be great. And for others of you who don't really believe in that, then I feel like the choice is all up to you. You know, maybe some of you guys only give people a chance because of the comfort zone or the obsession that's there, whether how they feel about you or how you feel about them. You just got to be honest with yourself, and you got to be honest with this person. Now, that's where the real growth and authenticity lies, right? Be yourself, speak your mind, speak your truth. If you have feelings for this person, say you have them. Don't try to suppress them, and vice versa for these individuals. Like, if they know that they have feelings for you, then they should stop being in this runner energy. But I'm sure if everything was so easy to be done, it would be done. So maybe this just means that there's healing individually that also needs to be, done aside from healing together within connections. Because I feel like there's just pain. There's just some type of hurt here. Maybe there's some type of secrets here, mysteries. I'm seeing concealing. It's just somebody maybe hiding something, hiding themselves, hiding how they feel. It can really be anything depending on who you are. Okay. Confirm more about this resistance of returning energy and escaping. Maybe it's because of the influences. The influences could be peers, could be third parties, it could be certain attachments, it can be belief systems. I feel like the reason why someone is in this energy, it has nothing to do with love. Because if you operated from love, then you would love this person, you would give it a try, you would give them the second chance, you will make the amends, right? But I feel like the reason why you're wanting to escape is because maybe somebody is influencing you to do so. Maybe your own beliefs is encouraging you to do so. Like, what are you still doing with this person? This is not your soulmate because they wouldn't hurt you. Like, it could really be anything. So I feel like maybe that's what's going on here. Certain attachments. In the third parties, it doesn't have to be like an affair or people who are sneaking around together. It can literally be literally like a middleman. Somebody is interfering with these two individuals. There's somebody else in the middle that's interfering. Okay, whether it is an affair, a third party, whatever. And if it's a third party, then honey, okay, we don't do those. All right. But for a lot of you guys, I don't feel like it's necessarily like third parties, especially because how you guys feel about each other. I feel like your hearts won't even allow that to happen if this message is for you. Confirm this influences. Pretending. Mask. Exaggeration. So I feel like a lot of times it could really just be you at the end of the day. Because nobody can really come in between something. Only you can. Like, of course, you may have certain things like external things that can interfere, right? But I feel like at the same time, only you can really get in the way of this. And when I say that, I mean this in the most refined, like deepest way possible. Say if I have a belief that's telling me this person is not for me because ... Now, I can choose to believe in that, or I can choose to follow my heart. That's what I mean by, it's like at the end of the day, you have that final say so, whether you have certain thoughts, certain beliefs, or certain people telling you what to do and what not to do. At the end of the day, you're going, like, people can influence you, but at the end of the day, it's like on you to decide what happens here. So somebody can also be resisting this return because of pride, arrogance, ego, just being very stubborn. And this is really not going to get you anywhere. Somebody has too much pride in the connection. Somebody could be letting external, like outside influences interfere. And somebody could just maybe feel like this is what's for the best. Like they may be doing something that's right for them. Any more messages for the collective about this energy? Yeah, this is a soulmate union, right? It talks about deep love, unity, and connection. So this is not some fling. This is not some connection where a love child can be made. This is somebody who you actually are connected to, right? Who you feel you're connected to. It's like you guys are one. It's like there's some type of a deep love here. You guys are soulmates. There's connection. This is not for play. This is not for fake. This is not for views for the public. This is literally something that seems almost sacred is the word that popped up in my head. So that could be significant for some of you guys. Maybe somebody just wants to escape the connection, so they're avoiding this second chance or this opportunity to make amends. Maybe somebody is blocking this opportunity of making amends because they're probably just hurt or being influenced negatively or letting pride get in the way. Confirm bluff. This influences energy. Confirm this bluff foundation. Maybe some of you guys, due to the pain that was caused and that you still may not be over, maybe you no longer see this as a secured found like connection. Maybe you no longer see this as something to call home, something to call family. Maybe you feel like since certain things has transpired that this is just a false connection. Like someone's pretending, someone has on a mask, someone's exaggerating, but that's the thing. Maybe that can really be just all in your head for some of you guys. Maybe there's just like a lot of pain here. People feeling afraid, people being very cautious. I'm seeing apprehensive here. Maybe someone felt left out in the cold. Maybe someone felt like, you know, abandoned when you walked away or when they walked away. But there is chemistry here. There's passion, there's a spark, there's attraction. Like you can't hide it. You can't even fake it. You can't lie about it if you wanted to. Like the love is here. So what else? Maybe some of you guys just need to let them go for now, and maybe you guys will connect at a better time. You know, when you both are more healed, aligned with one another. Maybe there's just some releasing that you need to do. Like maybe you need to release this victim mindset. Maybe you need to release the mistakes that someone has made. Okay, questions are $7.77, honey. All readings and questions are in depth. If you guys cannot afford my prices, I do accept donations, which is basically anything that you're able to afford. Depending on your donation size, depends on how long I stay in the reading, but regardless, it'll be in depth and you'll be, you know, you'll get the message that needs to be received. I'm getting this energy like life continues to go on for a lot of people, right? You could be feeling some type of way. They could be feeling some type of way. As a union, you guys could be. But it's like other people's lives, even people who may be close to you, it's going to continue to go on and go on, you know? So if this is somebody that you know for sure, excuse me, it's someone that you can build with. It's someone that you can have like a successful life with, you know, the family and all of those things, then maybe you just need to let go for now, or let go of certain things that's hindering you and this person from really being together. Because the love is here. That's really all it ever takes, is true love. So what's the overall message here? Confirm fantasy. So I feel like you need to believe in love again. I feel like you need to believe in the fairy tale life again. Okay, I feel like you need to, I'm seeing self-growth, self-focus, soul finding. I feel like you just need to continue to water your personal garden, and this is what's going to help you guys really connect successfully, you know, without the blockages and the push and pull dynamic, right? Maybe you daydream about certain things, imagine certain things, fantasize about certain things, or this person does it with you. Or maybe like the fantasy of everything needs to be nourished, you know, maybe there's some inner child healing that needs to be done. Maybe something happened that kind of shattered you all's dreams to where you possibly experience one thing and just lose all hope. You know, maybe you need to bring magic back into, you just need to nourish your childlike sense of everything. You know, back then when you were a kid, you dreamt of your knight in shining armor, or saving your princess from the castle, or whatever the case may be. And maybe your previous relationships, maybe even including this one a teeny tiny bit, but for sure the other ones that really initiated this trauma within love. I feel like you need to go back to those times and, you know, release the resentment, release the pain, release the hurt. There's a lot of turmoil, which makes you unstable, this person unstable, and therefore maybe the connection itself can become this way. Like something or someone has been affected. This is not something that you can just write off and just go run off in the sunset all over again. Like, because I mean, you've really made it like to the lowest version of yourself, emotionally, mentally, you know? So you just have to start over. And for some of you guys, I feel it could be promising with this person to start over, but I feel like there needs to be individual healing and growth, and, you know, focusing on self a lot more, you know, finding, like soul finding, just so this connection can be healthier, more stable, you know? Because I don't feel like there's necessarily anything wrong with second chances, but especially if someone is, you know, not like your exes who were cheating and like all this other stuff. But for some of you guys, this could be talking about family. This could really be a family of your own, because I honestly feel like this is like soulmate energy. But once again, I'm an intuitive reader, so I feel like this message, we already initially was talking about relationships as a whole, right? Whether it's paternal, platonic, business. Well, I'm not really sensing a lot of business, because this seems more close, more personal life, rather professional life. But maybe that could still be significant. Romantic connections. So what is the collective needing to know when it comes to this soulmate union? Maybe some of you guys are resisting a soulmate union. A person that's returning from a past life to the current life. For some of you guys, maybe this person is returning back to your life in the current life. Like maybe you've already met them before, connected with them, but you just separated, or you're not on good terms. But there is an opportunity here to make amends. It's just being resisted. And I feel like that's because somebody, there's like certain influences. And really it can just be just someone at their limit, you know? They're overwhelmed. They feel like something was just the final straw. So maybe somebody is just really done. But I feel like under a lot of anger and resentment and pain, it's really just a lot of sorrow, a lot of loss, a lot of hurt. So if this were to be healed, then I feel like you guys could come back around in a better space and a better energy. But since it's not really healed, and there's just going to be turmoil, it's just going to be unstable energy. Confirming the soulmates energy, I believe we got peace. Maybe you guys are each other's peace. And it's kind of crazy for turmoil and everything to come out at the same time. So that's for sure, like this connection could really blossom into something great. But I feel like you or this person or both of you guys are just standing in the way of this, from your own traumas, from certain influences, whether it's your own mind, thoughts, beliefs, or people in your life. Maybe this was somebody who you were friends with before, or maybe you guys are both friends and lovers. This is someone who you can actually like talk to. They can talk to you, and y'all can do the romantic things, the lover things. So what is the advice for this collective when it comes to this energy? Okay, confirm running. Somebody is obsessed with just running. And I feel like that's because somebody is very... Maybe the person that's running is the very loyal, trusting, reliable person. Maybe you have a dog, a Labrador. Golden retrievers could be significant. But running says ghosting, disappearing, invisible. So that's the advice. The advice is to maybe like damn near go off grid and just get yourself together. You know, because if you try to get yourself together with this person and it's not working out, then you just maybe have to do it alone. You know, be loyal to yourself before anything else. Or another message that I'm picking up is the advice is to just stop running, you know, and to trust, to believe, to go based off what you see. Like if you feel that this person is reliable, if you feel like this person isn't capable of, you know, breaking your heart, then maybe take those things into consideration to help you kind of move past previous relationships or the current hurt and mistakes that was made in this one. And bringing us back to that victim mentality and mindset. Maybe you can start seeing things as it's not happening to you, but for you, and to not blame anybody, because I'm sure if people could be in the best energy, then they would. So another thing is to also take accountability. Like maybe there was some things that you probably weren't truthful about in the connection that you can probably understand a lot more if you see yourself in that person's shoes. Like, oh, well, yeah, I'm so mad that they lied to me, but I did lie to them before. Or, you know, just balancing out the psychological aspects of everything and the spiritual. But once again, you decide who you want to be with. So if you just don't want to be with this person anymore, then don't be with them anymore. But make sure you're not going to be with them because you actually see that there's no point. You actually see that you can't build anything with this person. But for those of you who are just so hurt to see past the what ifs and the possibilities of everything, maybe take a little break, heal, and maybe get back with them. Or show them the door and move on. But if you're going to move on, move on. Okay? Confirm this running loyal energy. It's like somebody is very infatuated, like they adore someone and they long for their energy, their touch, or whatever the case may be, but it's like they get to running. Maybe it's because somebody so when it comes to this soulmate energy, is this somebody who the collective knows already? I feel like it is somebody that you knew already, because Second Chance came out, and honestly, since my brain is very multi-dimensional, so when I see certain things like this, sometimes I think, well, maybe it's talking about a past life return instead of somebody that they already knew in this life. So for some of you guys, it could just be someone you met in the past life, or it could be somebody that you've already met in this life already, who's like a soulmate. And they are a soulmate because there's deep love here, there's connection here. Imagine your other connections where there wasn't really a connection, there wasn't really unity, you know, there wasn't really a deep love, especially between both parties. There's chemistry. Imagine a partner who weren't lusting after you like those other people were, who actually wanted to get to know you, who actually wanted to talk about things outside of sex and, you know, whatever the case may be. So what is the advice here when it comes to this soulmate union? Well, I'm getting the energy that I really already said everything. Like, basically, you know, healing. If you're going to move forward, then move forward. If you're not, then maybe try to heal and move past the things that's keeping you from reconciling with this person, because you guys, there's an opportunity here. But it's like you both have to be in the energy of being receptive, being accessible. And it seems like one or both of you guys are not, because once again, the ego and everything else that I mentioned. Maybe there's just some misunderstandings. Maybe someone is looking at themselves as the victim. Okay, I'm seeing lost soul. Maybe someone is just lost. But this connection has potential. It's just, you got to do the inner work, the individual work. And then, of course, in the relationship, you'll see a tremendous amount of progress. Because, of course, if there's no individual work and you try to come into union with each other, there's going to be arguments, there's going to be clashes, whatever the case may be. So I feel like you guys just need to find yourselves, grow, be more focused on yourself. Like, a lot of times if you're too focused on another person, then of course it makes sense to then I just thought of romanticize, but I'm trying to think of that word where you just involve, like, I can't even think of the word. Some of you guys could be having like headaches and stuff. Some of you guys could be pregnant. Make sure you get a pregnancy test, especially if you've been feeling like maybe there could be, you know, some of you guys can already be pregnant. But I feel like this can actually be a solid foundation, but there's just a lot of things that's getting in the way, whether it's internal or external. And once again, this message may not be for everyone, so you'll just have to apply it to how it fits. Don't feed your delusions. If you know that someone or something is not for you and you don't really have chemistry or love, they don't have that for you, then it may not be a soulmate connection, etc. But yeah, of course, if you're a loyal person and you bring like a lot to the table, I can understand why. And then you've just reached your limit to where you just can't deal anymore. You just want peace in your love life, and you know, and I feel like that's how it's supposed to be when it comes to like this soulmate energy and unions. Like, there's supposed to be balance, there's supposed to be harmony, there's supposed to be friendship, there's supposed to be unity and connection and deep love. But when two humans come together, whether and they haven't really found themselves, they don't really know their own knowing, so they may cling to other beliefs or listen to what other people say, or haven't healed, so there's, you know, unhealed trauma there, then I do feel like certain connections that have the potential can actually seem like, oh yeah, this is not the one. Is this person right for the collective? Confusion. Somebody's confused on if this person is right for the collective. They just don't know. You just don't know anymore. It's uncertain, it's unclear, you're unsure. And I feel like it's heavy on the it's your life and you're the co-creator of your life as well. I feel like you try to get like a lot of answers from others, like, when you should just go with your gut, your intuition, your heart. Like, balance all these things out you know, as well as your wisdom. Balance out the heart, the mind, intuition, and go from there. Okay? I feel like you received some type of clarity, though. I feel like somebody's longing for a new beginning, healthier relationships, peace in their relationships. Make sure you guys stay hydrated. Shift your diets. Eat better. Start that 30-day detox. Get into that alkaline diet after. And just start getting them vitamins and minerals, you know. So you can live a long, healthy life, an enjoyable life. That's probably why a lot of people be grumpy and be having these diseases. Like, go out, get some sun, connect with all the elements. Just do what's best for you, emotionally, mentally, physically, sexually, within your relationships, outside of relationships, so relationship with yourself, okay? Just get back to you. And in order to do this, you have to nourish yourself. It's like a plant. You got to give it sunlight. You got to give it water. So just water your personal garden. Tend to yourself. Self-love, self-care. That's most definitely how relationships can work anyway. Self-love, self-care. And if both individuals are doing these things and healing, then of course everything should go great. But if that's not the case and there's an emotional storm going on, turmoil, pain, all this stuff, then it takes away from it takes away, you know? So if you need to take a break from this connection, this person, do that. If you know that this person is not for you, then of course cut them off and focus on yourself. Move forward. You will attract someone that's meant for you. Somebody could be like a real jackass when they drink. That could be very significant. And somebody could have like reckless love when they're drinking as well. So maybe you should just not drink. Right? It's not doing anything for you anyway. Somebody could have received some type of bad news from being involved with people recklessly. That's why you have to think before you do anything, you know. Maybe this can even be within this union. Can I have more messages? The true emotions. Can I have the true emotions of the collective? Yeah, some of you guys feel like this person betrayed you. Played some type of mind games. Maybe some of you guys feel like this person love bombed you. Y'all could mirror this person in certain aspects. They could mirror you in certain aspects. What is the true emotions of the collective towards this person? Yeah, some of y'all just ready to call it quits. Y'all ready to wash y'all hands clean from the connection and just to go your separate ways. Like I said, you made it to that point to where you had enough. What are the true emotions of the other person towards the collective within this soulmate union? Shady. Confirm shady. Something's not right. Okay. That person that's been going viral, 607 could be significant for sure. All right, let me just define shady, honey, because you know what it means, but sometimes you just still need to look it up, okay? It says of doubtful honesty or legality. So maybe this is a person that is dishonest. Maybe this is a person who you feel is dishonest. Like, you just feel like they're just shady. Like, can't really be trusted. Confirm this wish energy. The more you think something, the more that you claim something, the more that you're manifesting something in your life, you don't want to do that, okay? So if you haven't, if this person hasn't given you any reason, you know, furthermore, because I know there's been certain mistakes that was made, maybe on your part, their part, or both. But when it comes to actual, like, moving forward, coming into better energy, if somebody is actually turning over a new leaf and they haven't really given you any reasons to see them in the same light, maybe some of y'all still see this person in, like, the same light. So the true emotions of that person, either they are a shady individual or you believe that they are a shady individual, which is just somebody you just can't trust. They're dishonest. Something's not right with them. They have on a false mask. They're not true. Some of you guys can even wish that they are shady just so you can for sure know that you're making the right choice to move on from them. Confirm this shady wish energy. Somebody could have done a love spell. But it got blocked though, because you're a person of light. You could have prayed. You could just be a person of God, whatever that means to you. So I feel like this is like protection. Like, you were probably protected against this love spell. So maybe they did something shady, like did a love spell. Maybe they did something like they made some type of wish. Or wish is confirming shady. And to confirm both shady and wish, love spell came out. Shady. We're gonna look up wish too. So today is also April 17th, 2025. It's currently 10:38 p.m. Now, wish means a desire or hope for something to happen. Can also mean feel or express a strong desire or hope for something that is not easily attainable. Want something that cannot or probably will not happen. So maybe some of you guys know that someone is just shady and they're not for you, but you really want them to be for you. For others of you guys, maybe this person has done some type of love spell before. Their character is shady. They can't really be trusted. They're a dishonest individual. And maybe for others of you guys, this person made mistakes in their life that they're trying to turn a new leaf on, trying to be a better person. And maybe for others of you guys, you just see this person as shady. Like, what they say, what they do, you just feel they're just shady. This could have been somebody that left you hanging. There was no closure. There was no contact. Somebody could have left you on red. Maybe vice versa. Maybe past energies are starting to interfere as well. Maybe some of you guys see your exes in this person, like the traits, the characteristics, the negative thinking, right? That you probably, all the stuff that you probably should have had towards the people in your past who you gave chance after chance to. Maybe it's like, since you've experienced those things, that's now how you see this individual. So when it comes to this soulmate union, aside from the collective's energy, what is the energy of the other person in the soulmate union with the collective? Yeah, look. Phony, trickster, illusions. So maybe somebody is trying to come off like they're your person, but in reality they're not. Maybe someone is trying to come off like they're very godly, they're sent from heaven, they mean well, but this is probably just to trick you, to trap you. Who is this phony trickster with these illusions? This is somebody who's kind of psycho. Maybe they have mental illnesses. This is somebody who's a crazy ex. They're obsessed. They just won't let go. This is who this person is. So is this the soulmate? Is this the soulmate? This is somebody who revealed their true colors. They may have tried to portray a soulmate energy, but they're not a soulmate. There's somebody that's a trickster. They sell you a dream. There's somebody that's low-key psycho and can't let go, who did some type of love spell, whether they wished upon a star, a dandelion, whether they said a prayer, whether they actually did candle magic, some type of love spell. Maybe to even hide you seeing who they truly are. Take what resonates. What is the true emotions going on? Okay, we got twin flames. So soulmates came out, twin flames came out. We talked about twin flames earlier. So yeah, this could be talking about like, oop, now we got the divine masculine. So for sure what's going on in this reading is the divine masculine is coming out, twin flame energy is significant, soulmates are significant. But I'm also seeing some shady individual, and I can't decipher. For a lot of you guys, I deciphered it however I was meant to. But for those of you who's like, well, is this a soulmate or not? That's what I'm trying to understand. If this person is portraying a soulmate, or if somebody is interfering with the union, trying to break somebody else up to keep this union from blossoming. But it's probably not that difficult. It's probably just okay. Soulmate. Give me the energy of the soulmate of the twin flame. I mean, of the collective. Give me the energy of them. This person misses you. Your soulmate. Give me the energy of this shady individual. This shady individual is a thug, okay? Maybe this could be their old ways, right? For some of you guys who it's not talking about another person outside of your soulmate or twin flame. Maybe this is who they currently are or who they used to be. Like they probably used to be this shady person. Didn't have the best upbringing. Turned out to probably be one of the bad kids. Maybe you brought somebody to like the light or something. Everybody's story is different, so that's why I don't want to like say certain messages in a particular way. So everything still stands at what I was saying. There's twin flames that's significant, there's soulmates they're significant, and there's this shady individual, which could be somebody that's trying to portray a soulmate energy, doing some type of love spell to make you feel like they are the one when they are completely not the one. Or this is just your soulmate or twin flames like past energy, or maybe still energy that they still need to deal with. Like maybe they're still not fully a person you can trust. They still have this child. It can really be anything. Is the shady person the soulmate? Yeah. Yeah, see, maybe some of y'all, the soulmate did something. Twin flame energy did something that was probably shady, and they're feeling like ashamed by it. Maybe you guys are happily single, you know, you're just doing you, stress-free, or maybe when you're single, you're in your prime, right? You're dating, you're career focused, you're setting goals, right? For you, it's who they used to be. They haven't fully dealt with the energy. Confirm more about this love spell, shady energy. Same here. So if that's how the message is presenting itself for a lot of you guys, then maybe this person tried to offer you something that they really couldn't offer you. They tried to offer you a stable relationship when they know damn well they're not a stable person to have a stable relationship. Confirm this love spell. See, the love spell could have even been them trying to sweet talk you, trying to play with your mind. You know, we already talked about mind games. So like I said, this once, yeah, for sure, it could have been something that somebody done before in the past. So maybe that's why you guys are kind of like, I don't know about this. It doesn't give soulmate. It doesn't give, you know, this, and that. But I feel like if this person was just, they were this thug, they were this, you know, bad child who really didn't know any better, who didn't have the best figures around them, then it makes sense why their character was a bit on the shady side. But I feel like I feel like some of these people wish to be different. I feel like you helped some of these people be in a more, yeah, because maybe this was someone who was abandoned, you know, but they also stabbed you in the back because maybe they were being deceitful. Like I said, they were trickster energy, you know. Playing with your mind, making you think one way when it's a whole nother way. Like, yeah, I love you, when in reality, that's not love, buddy. What are you talking about? So yeah, some of these people just be trying to sweet talk you, sell you a dream, do all these things. But I am seeing the energy that some of these people do be feeling like guilty, embarrassed, or in the wrong about things that they say or do. Maybe they just can't help it, honey. Maybe they just can't help this shitty energy they be in. Yeah, I said it. It's shitty. Okay? They didn't show you their true colors. They tried to come off with the illusions like they was on their shit, came in good energy like you was, and that wasn't the case. you ended up finding out that it wasn't like that at all. And this person always want to get in the energy of being ashamed or missing you and all this stuff. So for some of you guys, you're being encouraged to leave this connection behind and move forward to something more stable. For others of you guys, maybe there's hope for the future if you guys individually heal. Maybe you can turn this person into a divine masculine. Maybe they already had this energy within them and you just needed to bring it out of them. It really all depends, honey. Just take it how it resonates. So confirm this energy. Is this their past selves energy? Yeah, massive regrets. Some of these people are ashamed of what their past selves or what they've done in the past. Sold me a dream. I feel like that's because these people, they just wanted it to be their way. They knew they weren't ready for the connection. They knew that they weren't coming in this epic ass energy that they tried to present. But they just probably just wanted you, had to have you or something. And it makes sense if they really did not come in the energy how you came, you know? It makes sense for somebody to come in this energy. Especially like being going down a certain path, being a certain way. Like I wouldn't expect them to be anything opposite, you know? So maybe they were just, that's just who they was. That's just what they knew. I ain't making no excuse and I'm damn sure not validating it. But just to keep y'all from getting those little hearts broken even deeper, like some people, if they could be a good person, they would be. Like I don't feel like, you know, we were all kids before, innocence, pure, you know? So I feel like if people were capable of being a good person, they would. So for some people who actually feel bad for things and ashamed and, you know, have regrets, that's a good sign. But should you take the risk and dive right back into the connection? I don't know. I think these people need to individually get themselves together. I feel like y'all connecting has really helped them come into a better energy, but there's still certain things that they still need to work on and heal. So it makes sense for you guys to really just to do what you feel is best for you. Some of y'all feel it's best to say goodbye. Some of you guys are at that point where you want to say this, so maybe you should give that a try. But I feel like some of y'all get into this space of longing for each other and all this stuff. Maybe you can try to... It all depends on your beliefs. You know, some people believe in karmics. You know, if you believe this person is a karmic, then you know that karmics shall not exist in your reality. Now, for other people who don't believe in karmic energy, then I understand the second chances, you know? So it really all depends on what your beliefs are. So I don't want to say nothing that go against your beliefs. So that's why I'm saying it in a certain way. So if you are a person who believes in second chances, that's up to you if you want to do that, okay? That's up to you. But for those of you who feel like, no, this is a karmic, I don't want to give them a second chance, I want to move forward to better energy, then it's just really your choice at the end of the day. I don't feel like you're going to miss out on anything because you already came in a good energy. There's plenty of other people out here who's in that energy as well. I don't necessarily feel like whether this person is a soulmate or not, twin, because that don't really matter if they're a soulmate or if they're a twin flame, especially with all the stuff that's been going on. There's more soulmates, okay? There's more people in the world. But if you just want this person and they just want you, then y'all have to individually do the work, and y'all have to forgive each other, forgive yourselves, you know? It's easier said than done. So, and I know some people probably be trying to be friends with the people they were romantically involved with, but it's easier said than done as well. Okay? Some people just probably trying to deal with it because y'all probably got a family on the way, or you probably currently got a family with this person. Some of y'all probably just trying to work it out, cope, but it's not really healthy. It's not really helping the way that you're trying to cope. So it brings me back to doing things in a healthier way. The dog you mentioned, she says she'll have to let me go and heal and find me again. I'm getting like this emotional energy coming up. Maybe this is a connection. It's really filled with sadness. Maybe somebody is sad. Like sad that it had to be this way. Tell me more about this collective and their soulmate or twin flame. Excuse me. This person or you could have secret accounts. And once again, it really all depends on what they're using the accounts for. Like some of these people probably use the accounts to spy on you. Some of these people probably got these accounts for other reasons. Like, okay, I don't know, but it's there. Okay, what else is going on? Tell me about this secret accounts. Look, block. Remember I said some of these people got these accounts because y'all probably blocked their ass, stop answering their calls, and remind you some obsessive energy was here. So some of these people, they gotta know what's going on. They like, oh nah, I'm blocked. I'm making another account. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? And they probably went incognito on it instead of coming off like real name, picture and everything. They probably just, nah, I'm Joe. I'm da-da-da, because I don't want them to block me again. Like, for some of y'all. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like in this soulmate, like, union, twin flame energy, whatever it may be, because a lot of people separate those things. Like, some people feel soulmate is soulmate and twin flame is twin flame. Other people feel like soulmate and twin flame is the same thing. It really, once again, all depends on your beliefs, because you create your reality based on your own beliefs and your thoughts and your actions. So anything that's negative is false. All right. But yeah, maybe this is the time to have faith. You know, some of you guys are healing. Maybe meditation could do you some justice. Maybe praying could do you some justice. Maybe this could be some type of love-hate relationship at times. A toxic lifestyle could be significant, even like within drinking, within trauma, police station. Yeah. See, this person is really like, it says effed up over you. Like this person be having massive regrets. Maybe this can even be your energy too, because I'm seeing the masculine and the feminine. And be mindful that gender fluid by all means. Like masculine doesn't just, you know, have to pertain to, oh, it's a male. Female can be masculine, can be the masculine. But when it comes to spirituality, when they talk about the divine masculine and the divine femme, a lot of them like to associate the divine femme as the women. Yeah. This card mysteriously is in the reverse, so maybe there's just no faith, no healing, no grounding or meditation, lack of prayer or lack of effort in the prayer. Oh, child. Well, if you're going to send out that prayer, then of course, balancing out spirituality and practicality can do justice. If you're going to pray for things to work out, take a methodical approach for things to work out as well, you know? Send in those prayers, do those manifestations, wish on a damn star if you want to. But at the same time, operate in the space to where this can actually manifest in your reality. Because we all have free will. We also co-create with the universe. So both parties can be wishing and praying. But if it don't work out because somebody still in pain and this person crazy and it's just, you know, so what is the advice here for the collective towards this person? The advice is love. Oh, I got a headache, child. Love message. Maybe regardless, operate from a space of love. Like Jesus did, if you believe in Jesus. Okay? Operate from a space of love. Because I guarantee you, if this person could be different, they want to be different, they wish to be different. Maybe some of these people are changing, trying to change. I see that some people do be like me. They've felt guilty and have regrets about whatever they done or did. So that's a good sign, you know? So maybe if you love this person and they love you, maybe just try to put things past and, you know, validate your feelings at the end of the day. You know, of course you were hurt. You can't just, even though love is there, you can't. I mean, of course you can smile again, you can laugh again, you can be in each other's energy, but now the connection has been hindered, so it'll be a lot more difficult now. The car is just as confused as me. Well, yes, sometimes people may find that insensitive. Because maybe they're not yet ready to receive that from the person that hurt them. I don't know if you hurt this person, but you said, I told her we can't live in the past. I know a person told me, I thought we were moving forward, ... And it's easier said than done for the person who hurt the other individual. They didn't get hurt by that person. So sometimes it's just necessary to be the friend or the lover in the situation instead of the therapist and the doctor or the this and that, you know, because sometimes people don't be wanting to hear. Or maybe you can try to say it in a manner that doesn't come off insensitive or inconsiderate, you know, because if someone had roving eyes or they lied or they were choosing their family over the, like, whatever happened to cause some type of trauma in this union, the person that did the damage, it kind of sounds a bit insensitive to say, I mean, I thought we were moving on, you know? We can't be living in the past now. Because then that may just get you a punch in the throat. You dealing with an emotional person. You're dealing with a person who got pain going on. You ain't dealing with a person that's sane at the moment. So maybe just being more understanding, maybe listening to understand instead of listening to try to get your point across, whatever, especially if you were the person that hindered the connection. And it seems like this individual don't really know how to do that, because they keep fucking up. Yeah, trust me, nobody want to keep going in this cycle. Nobody want to keep on having unstable relationships, disharmony in relationships. Trust. So if they're talking, listen. If they're not living in the past, trust me, they don't want to live in the past. Maybe they don't feel safe enough to move forward because whatever was done in the past hasn't fully been worked out. It hasn't fully been healed. That's how people can move on and move forward. It has to be dealt with. So they have to deal with it. They have to accept, forgive, etc. But on the other person's part, they have to be consistent and change behavior. They have to be compassionate. They have to be understanding, like, yes, I hurt you. So me saying certain things may be insensitive. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, then you will understand wholeheartedly. But since that's not happening, you guys would just have to try. That's the thing. There's no I in team. You guys have to work together. So that means allowing this person to be sad, allowing this person to bring up something that probably happened in the past because it's still affecting them, and to get through it in a healthy way. Now, this person on their part has to, not live in the past and dwell and constantly bring these things up. But if they do, then if it's not because, oh, I've been changing, I've been doing this, I haven't been giving them any reason to feel that, then maybe it's their own work that they need to do. But if it's as simple as there is no reassurance, there's no consistency in change behavior, there's no, there's reasons why people live in the past. It's like a switch flips and everything pours back in, no matter how much you try to move on. So it seems like there's triggers. Still triggered by something. The thing is, y'all coming out as the queen bee, honey. Very secure, confident, a boss, career focused. Maybe you could be focusing on self-love. Maybe you're encouraged to focus on self-love so you can feel more like yourself again or embody that energy more. Yep. Somebody's not happy. They're under pressure. This could be you or the other person or both of y'all. Confirmed is not happy under pressure energy. That's because somebody's turning their back. So if you the person that's walking away, maybe once again, you don't feel so happy to do it. You don't want to walk away, but maybe you feel like that's what's for, the best. And other way around, like maybe you're walking away from somebody and they're not happy about it. They feel like, damn, I'm running out of time because it seemed like she or he right out the door, more than before. It just keep getting worse and worse. They seem like they really about to leave this time. So they getting anxiety. It's like they have some decisions to make. They feel like time's running out. But yeah, that confirm this love message. The advice. Workplace affair. Confirm workplace affair. Come on with this. Period. Your baby about to walk? Aw. He's my baby's dad. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that, having a family. So it kind of makes you like, well, damn, should I walk away? We got kids together. Should I give up on them? They're gonna be in my life now. But I mean, once again, whether you have these influences outside of yourself, at the end of the day, it's up to you what you choose to do. Either you're going to do what you want to do and feel is necessary, or you're going to allow influences to dictate what's going to happen. If your beliefs say this person is not for you, but your knowing is saying, maybe they are for me, and we just need to heal. Like, at the end of the day, you just got to meditate on something. This is, okay. Confirm this workplace affair. Maybe some of y'all got trust issues. Confirm love message. I feel like the advice is just be truthful, be honest, give clarity, gain clarity. This could be in a form of just sending this person a message of how you feel, coming from a loving space, but also speaking your truth. Thank you so much for the gifts, honey. Some of you all could be receiving a phone call from that person. But there's just a lot of loss and sorrow here. There's an opportunity that's going to happen to make amends, to reconnect, to reconcile. But as we talked about earlier, you or this person is going to be resisting it simply because of stubbornness, because of ego, or because of influences. We already talked about the influences, whether it's thoughts, beliefs, people, whatever the case may be. But I feel like this person has done a lot of stuff in the past, and you still probably see them as this person that you can't really trust. But I just feel like they had like not the best upbringing. They didn't have the best influences around them to you know. And it's kind of a cliche, right? Because as kids, you kind of know what to do, what not to do, what seems right, what doesn't seem right. You know, if you see a person that's cheating on your mom, you're going to know that that's not good, right? If you see your mom cheating on someone, you're going to know that's not good. But psychologically, you can repeat the same patterns, you know? So maybe this person, they just learned the wrong things, formed into this certain individual, but I feel like when you've come into their life, or vice versa, it sparks something up, you know? They were able to feel loved, to give love. They probably never felt a certain energy like yours before. They never had a certain relationship like this one before, because this is actually one that seems like there's some type of connection. It's not just based on sex. It's not just based on unrequited love from one person and the other person likes the other person or loves the other person, you know? But the challenging thing is that you feel like they stabbed you in the back. So you probably ready to walk out, say goodbye, or whatever the case may be, but maybe not 100%. You know, maybe part of you still has a lot of love for this person. You want it to work out, but maybe you're just fed up, you're just tired, you're just drained, you're just hurt, you know? And this person is like, do you have the common sense that God gave you, or do I need to, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get violent. We ain't gonna get toxic now, because we don't want the connections to be toxic, okay? So it's just giving the energy, like the advice. Think before you speak. Think before you act. In reality, you love this person. They love you. So, you know, don't hurt each other's feelings. Speak how you truly feel. Like, if you're hurt, you can speak that you're hurt, you know, but don't hurt each other's feelings, you know. Don't do things to this person that you won't want them to do to you. Like, would you want them to just ghost you? So don't ghost this person, you know. Have adult conversations, speak how you feel, and don't be bluffing. Like, if you know you love this person, admit those things. Opening up yourself to this person can probably help a lot with them as well, because maybe they'll start realizing, oh, this person do love me. Which I don't see how the hell they don't see it, but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you just be like, I don't understand this person. I don't get them. Like, how you fumble a person that was loyal? How you fumble a person that was, you know, boom, boom, bam. I could have been single, motherfucker. You could have left me alone. But that's my thing, you know. They wanted it their way. They was like, man, no, man. I want this person. And then, boom, twin flames. Soulmate. Divine masculine energy is here. I don't know why I'm thinking unorthodox or a connection is like kind of non-traditional. Ooh. Yeah. Stalker. Came out in the reverse, but we already know it's significant and upright because spying already came out. Begin fasting, right? You need a love reading between you and this individual. Celebrities know of you. You may be feeling stuck. Mother figures could be significant. More messages for the collective regarding this soulmate twin flame dynamic. Captive, which can mean taken prisoner. And then we got recent on the back, which could just be an energy of just newly captive. That's what I'm saying. They knew that they had on a false mask. It's given a thug trying to portray a businessman, knowing damn well you don't even know how to be a damn businessman. So the true color's gonna come out regardless. But it's like they just wanted you anyway. It's like seeing a queen and knowing that you probably in the energy of the peasant. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you probably try to come off like, nah, I'm divine masculine. I'm soulmate. When, buddy, you're not there yet. So I feel like they was just trying to have you for themselves, like tried to bag you. You know what I'm saying? Taking prisoner is crazy. Pregnancy. Yep. And then fed up. Confirm captive. Confirm that. Uncomfortable. Disengage is on the back. Captive. Confirm. Somebody use your private info. What the hell? Nothing can stop you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this person was trying to bag you. It was like nothing was going to get in the way. Nothing was going to stop this person. They wanted you in the story. They knew they went on your level. They knew they probably couldn't live up to what they was giving out to you. They just hoped and wished that they could probably match that energy before you found out, but that didn't happen. So they probably was uncomfortable the whole time because they knew that they was not living in authenticity, or they was giving off illusions. So I'm sure it was uncomfortable for them, and it probably started becoming uncomfortable for you because you probably was like, first of all, you're not even on my level. It says, go do something fun or healthy for your soul. Email messages from the collective regarding this soulmate twin flame energy. It says, you are a star. You will always be a part of the divine. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Twitter could be significant. It says, I've had a lot of partners. Maybe this is you that had a lot of partners. Maybe it's them that had a lot of partners. Maybe it's both of you guys. Captive, uncomfortable. Maybe somebody could have used your private information as well. And now I don't know if it was in a deceitful way. It could have been in a deceitful way. What are my messages for the collective regarding this soulmate twin flame dynamic? People are jealous of your connection. You got people who are really jealous of y'all connection. The whole time you stressed with this damn person. You want this? You jelly? Y'all put in my messages for the collective regarding this soulmate twin flame energy. Yeah, this could be a connection. Is one of you guys, one or both of you guys could be controlling or being controlled. It says, I learned my lesson. So maybe this person could have told you something along these lines, like, oh, I've learned, like, da-da-da. Because it's in quotation marks, so it's basically coming from a person that's saying this rather than stating this person has learned. But, I mean, it could be in that way. It's just coming out in quotations, so this person probably told you in some type of way. Please have my messages for the collective regarding this twin flame soulmate union. Look. Oh, what's that song? Nobody ever knows. Nobody ever sees. I left my soul waiting for me. Some nights I hardly sleep when I'm alone. Praying to my heart, praying for my soul. So please don't go. Please don't go. That's what is that person's name? I can't think of it. But yeah, somebody like, don't go. Don't leave me. And then we got sleep on it. Hi, baby. Up. She want to get in here. Hi there. Why you not asleep? You know you sleepy. All right. Any more messages for the collective regarding this soul twin flame union? All right, so significant locations or states. Illinois, Mississippi, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia are very significant locations or states pertaining to this situation. Any more messages regarding this soulmate twin flame union for the collective? This says, I still have feelings for my ex. It was in the reverse, but as you see, I've just been turning them in the upright anytime they came out in that manner. And I'm an intuitive reader, so this could be I still have feelings for my ex in a romantic way, or in a way like I hate that bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I'm getting. But maybe this can also be self, like rather than the other person. If you know for a fact that you probably still have feelings for some people, like you will probably, if they hit you up, you'll probably respond. Or like maybe you just low-key still have feelings. Confirm I still have feelings for my ex. Same old love, child. Confirm I still have feelings for my ex. Selena Gomez sign could be significant. So you could be the ex as well. Because it says this person's new person favors you. So if you're not the ex, then you could have still had feelings for your ex, or they could have still had feelings for their ex, and it could have been in a way that was romantic, or it could have been in a way that was like, no, I have resentment and anger or whatever else towards them. Now, same old love came out. Confirm I still have feelings for my ex. Take or leave it resonates. Yeah, it says all I want is you. So confirm this. I still have feelings for my ex, but all I want is you, your energy. I still have feelings for my ex. Taurus energy could be significant. I still have feelings for my ex. Yeah, so some people may still have feelings for their ex, or you may be the ex that they still have feelings for. You just have to take it how it resonates. If you know that this person don't have feelings for their ex, then just don't take that message, and be mindful that this is a collective, so it may be pertaining to somebody else for their own confirmation. Alright, be mindful that readings are just confirming things that you really already know, unless somebody is like fortune telling. And I'm basically confirming things you already know. So if that's news to you, then that message is probably not for you. But if you've been feeling like this person still has feelings, then maybe it could be for you. Confirm I still have feelings for my ex. One last confirmation. Look, we got love child. So yeah, for some of you guys, most definitely, person could still have feelings for their ex. It's crazy. All right. Any more messages for the collective regarding this soulmate twin flame energy? This could have been somebody who was thirsty. Couldn't be alone, desperate energy. Can't say no to sexual relations. They always down to have it, honey. Please have more messages for the collective regarding this soulmate twin flame energy. It says, feed your inner child. You inspire me. Oral. BBW/curvy, singular and multiple, special and humble. It's not worth fighting for. Baby, make up your mind. Who is this? It's like more than one energy or something. Somebody need to deal with something right now, or it's gonna affect something in the future. Like, somebody need to deal with certain things, like, right now. There go that shady energy again. Then on the back, we got stingy. Ooh, child. Tell me more about this soulmate twin flame energy. At this point, it's giving no. Because now you're doing too much. It says this person is full of shit. And then on the back, it says apologize, be the bigger person. Maybe that's what you be doing or what you're encouraged to do. Maybe this person is going to come in to apologize. It says, I focused on you instead of my pain. That's what I'm saying. That's why the inner child work needs to be done, because people are focusing on the wrong things. You focusing too much on collective, and collective probably focusing too much on you, when both of y'all need to tend to things that it's still like, it's like a whole elephant in the room type of, you know, situation. Like, there's something that needs to be dealt with, tended to, before even moving on in a romantic connection with these people, because it's still giving shady. For some of y'all, that's still their current energy. For others of you guys, maybe they're trying to turn over a new leaf, or they're actively currently doing so, turning over a new leaf. I'm just still stuck on that ex situation. But that's why I had explained, like, for some of you guys, you're the ex. For some of you guys, it's talking about you. You was the one that was missing your exes, or still have feelings for your exes. Whatever I said, honey, okay? More messages for the collective regarding their soulmate twin flame union. It says you are on the right path or track. All right, and then on the back, it says addictions and toxicity. Pissed off. Somebody mad. This person knows where you live. Okay. So I'm sure you already know that. Or for those of you who were confused about who this message was talking about, because maybe it's talking about multiple energies coming out at once. All right, it says fascinated, alluring. You could be very fascinating to this person, very alluring, or vice versa. Please have more messages for the collective regarding this situation. It says, don't give up. Resilience and perseverance is key. This fell out before I could ask the question. And then it says, check your horoscope. Any more messages for this soulmate twin flame union? It says, enjoy yourself. Baby, you should enjoy yourself. Just don't need no help. Please have my messages for the collective regarding this soulmate twin flame energy. Provoking. Somebody probably just be trying to get a negative reaction out of a person, just agitating. And that's why the domestic violence come in, because I'm joking. Okay. Chop, not slap. Chopped and screwed music could be significant. And then it says, go visit the grave. Deceased loved ones. Okay. Any more messages for the collective regarding this soulmate twin flame energy? Damn. We got animal cruelty. Please have more messages for the collective regarding this twin flame soulmate energy. It says, I'll never find another love like you. We know that already, baby. All right. Anyways. Any more messages for the collective regarding this soulmate twin flame energy? Divine masculinity. All right. This is probably somebody that, you know, is a protector. Maybe this is the energy you're being encouraged to be in for yourself as well. Then on the back it says energy vampire. Please have more messages for the collective regarding their soulmate twin flame energies, dynamics. Tomorrow is going to be a very significant time for you all. Okay. Please have more messages for this soulmate twin flame union. It says, treat yourself. You deserve it. And then on the back it says, you can trust this person. Okay. We got appearances or style. This is somebody that sits with their legs crossed. Maybe you sit with your legs crossed. All right. Could be mainly in public areas or business places. It could be something that's often. And they could just be doing this in like a well-mannered way, right? Any more messages for the collective regarding this soulmate twin flame energy? Lady in the streets freaking the what? That's what they say. Okay. I am focused on me right now. Yeah. Due to all the repetitive like cycles and back and forth, y'all could probably just be really like focusing on y'all, like, or vice versa. I didn't really ask specifically anything. Those just seemed like they wanted to come out, so I just took them. Any more messages for the collective regarding this situation with the twin flame soulmate energy? It says, story of my life. And when I wrote this, I also list other things to what this could mean. So it says, may have regrets, gets told the same thing by different people. Like an example could be, you know, you talk a lot, and this is not the first person that told them this. You know, like that's an example. And it can also be somebody that feels like life is unfair. It could be somebody that is miserable or becoming miserable. So they probably just in this energy, story of my life or whatever. It says, what your heart desires is on the way. Spirituality or spiritual people could be significant. A meet up could be significant. All right. Somebody that does poly is interested in you. These are just random now. It says, I want you back. It says, attention magnet. You are out of my league. Yup. This person wants a serious connection with you. Baby mama could be very significant. It says, you are doing good without me. I can't or won't have that. Damn. All right. Let me see. It says, be patient. And we got lovers and friends. So that song, Lovers and Friends by T-Pain, that could be significant. All right. We got angry coming out. We got deals. Special offers or agreements are significant. The mall could be significant. Maybe you should go to the mall. Then I'm seeing refuse, not willing. And remember, it brings us back to the initial messages, how somebody is kind of refusing, making amends, or they're refusing, giving a second chance, or coming back into this energy because they just feel like this person is just shady. You know, this person probably is not showing them what they need to show them right now, and they keep making them mad, and the connection has addictions and toxicity and shady written all over it. You know, somebody probably started becoming more stingy. Like, you could have went from a person that was selfless to more stingy. Like, you could have been very giving at one point in time, then you probably was like, yeah, I'm not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? Feel like at the same time, y'all could be humble, but you're very special. Or maybe you be wanting to humble this person, but at the end of the day, you know they're special to you. So I don't even know why you be doing it. All right. I don't know. Like, this singular multiple energy came out. Y'all don't know what they trying to say. And we got creep. Singular. And it's reminding me of what I said earlier about how the loyal people turn in player, but not, of course, player, because you can't be loyal and player. But it's like giving that energy. Like, maybe somebody, like, I don't know. Like, this person is like a one man type of gal, or one woman type of man. But at the end of the day, maybe somebody got options, or maybe somebody could get into a space to where they're like, I don't even know what the hell I'm trying to say. It's like it was in my head, but it don't want to be said. So, in the way that I thought it, somebody is holding somebody captive, honey. They like, no, you're not going anywhere. Yeah, I am, buddy. Okay? Especially you don't get your act together now. And by all means, don't even worry about it. Because y'all like, goodbye. Goodbye. Because maybe dealing with this person, y'all start feeling stuck. You start feeling confused. You like, damn, am I doing the right thing? But regardless, you're always on the right path. You know what I'm saying? If you got to bump your head, you got to bump your head. If you got to learn something, you got to learn something, honey. Some of y'all need to just sleep on it. Like, sleep on it. Okay, pay attention to those angel numbers. Look them up, especially in the form of, like, romance. Like, if you see angel number 911, look up angel number 911 generally, and look up angel number 911 when it ties to soulmate or twin flame unions or romantic connections, right? All right. Some people are very jealous of y'all's connection, y'all's dynamic, maybe because of the love that both of you guys have for each other. All right. Somebody could be stuck on a ex, whether it's stuck on the hurt that was done to them by their ex, so they're carrying hate and unhealed energy, or maybe somebody literally still has some type of feelings, you know, romantic feelings. Maybe it's you who still got feelings for the ex. Maybe it's this person who still got feelings for the ex. Maybe you're the ex that they still have feelings for. Okay? Because somebody said, all I want is you, which is another card that came out in quotations. So this is something that's said. It's given your actions. It's like it's giving your words don't match your actions. You know? So yeah, this connection is like some type of love-hate relationship. Y'all ready to just say goodbye because this person stabbed you in the back, but this person is having massive regrets for everything. They're feeling like very under pressure right now. Feeling very ashamed. Somebody, if like one or both of you guys are not happy, somebody is like turning their back on the other person. This is giving runner chaser dynamic. Somebody then created some type of secret accounts, I hear. Somebody could have been getting readings. Okay. This person could have done a love spell before. Okay. This person could have kids by another person. Sometimes this person be trying to sweet talk you, knowing damn well they being shady as a bitch. Okay. This person exposed their true colors to you. Now you see them as a shady psycho. For some of y'all. Okay. I feel like this is a time to really just get back to self, you know. Start prioritizing self. Okay, because this person, they still got a lot of healing and growing up to do, but I feel like y'all have. help them in some type of way. Like some of these people really want to be better, like better, and they're striving to be better. But I feel like what's like resisting this connection from blossoming or from coming back into harmony is because somebody may have like this ego or arrogance or very stubborn energy. Okay, this person most definitely could have had a character of a thug, or this could be talking about another person. Once again, soulmates and twin flames are very significant. So if this energy applies to that soulmate twin flame energy, this person could still be in these energies, or they could, this is what the energy that they were originally in, and now they're transitioning into the divine masculine. Okay, it really all depends. Now the advice is, you know, love message. Like, tell this person how you feel. Be loving and kind to one another. Okay, because love is there. It's not something that you can just fake or lie and say it's not there. That workplace affair energy had came out, but it had came out with something else. So I don't believe individually that it has some significance, but intuitively it can have some significance. And like I said, like, multiple people could be, like, multiple things could be coming out in this spread. Like, maybe for some of y'all, it's talking about a whole ex, you know, stuff that you still not over, that you still haven't healed from. Maybe you had, you know, it really all depends on who you are, how the message will resonate for you. All right, but yeah, this was somebody who was very selfish, stubborn, arrogant, pride and ego, felt this connection or person. If you know that you had this energy, then that was your energy. And be mindful that I've talked about how you guys could mirror one another. So if you see certain energy in them, know that it probably was in you, and still probably was in you. So instead of like judging and pointing the finger and all this stuff, that you should take a look in the mirror and take accountability and stop victimizing yourself. All right. I feel like you need to nurture your inner child again. Like, you need to believe in, you need to dream again. Okay, you need to like get back into that energy. Some of you guys need to also release, move on, or let go of the pain and hurt and everything that was going on in this connection. Maybe some of you guys, it will help to walk away from the connection. Maybe you guys will come back together even stronger, even better. Or maybe you guys will drift apart, and that's probably going to be fine too, okay? But this could be somebody who you look at as family, or they look at you as family, maybe because you're an actual family. Like, once again, maybe this is talking about paternal connections, like family connections, whatever the case may be, or this is talking about romantic connections, platonic connections. It really all depends, but I know the main energy was relationships, right? So it was nothing in particular, but for a lot of you guys, I did heavily feel the romantic side of it. So this could be somebody who you created a family with, or maybe some of you guys are currently pregnant. Maybe you don't know that you're pregnant. All right, be mindful of those influences interfering with this connection. All right, once again, you are resistant to the return of this person, or their resistance to the return of you, because somebody is just in the energy of being confused. Okay, somebody is running, honey, just because they're in pain. All right, maybe somebody felt abandoned, left out in the cold. Maybe somebody is just affected, so their emotions is not the best. It's unstable. There's turmoil here, and I feel like that's because of the mistakes that was made in the connection. The reason why I say mistakes is because these people did not mean to hurt you, you know, and they feel bad. All right. I feel like some type of peace can be in this connection. I feel like there was once peace, and it can get back to that point, but I feel like a lot of things needs to happen first, like individual growth and healing, and, you know, finding yourselves, you know, and maybe you'll be more ready. All right, because I feel like somebody just reached their breaking point. Even though this is like some type of soulmate twin flame union, you know, both of you guys have this deep love for each other, and there's actual connection here. It's just somebody just at their breaking point. They're at their limit, okay? I feel like you or this person, or maybe both of you guys, are very loyal. You're very trusting, reliable. Maybe you believe in this person. They believe in you, maybe whatever time to believe in. Okay, now when I say that, it's because this loyalty card, it has believing on it. So that's why I said that. But another reason why you or this person could be resisting the opportunity to make amends or to bring back union to this connection is because, once again, the pride, the ego. But somebody needs to take off their mask, because somebody is pretending. You know, somebody like exaggerates on certain things. Like, some people probably come off like, oh, I'm gonna leave you, and in reality, you know you don't want to do that, buddy. And then it's another energy, like somebody could be like pretending to have on this mask, pretending to be something that they're not, when all they have to be is truthful. Like, state, yes, you're not in this energy of providing emotional maturity, etc. But you wish you were. You love this person so much, and you know, but don't be coming off with the ego and pride, like with the little tantrums and the arguments, like when in reality you see this person as, I don't ever want to lose this individual, you know. Thank you for the follow, honey. Very much so. I don't know how to be anything else. So somebody could literally be seeing this as like a form of escape. You know, remember we talked about captive. So maybe somebody actually does feel trapped. Maybe somebody just wants to be free or whatever. Which grant them that, because you don't want people, like, this connection already cut into like a love-hate relationship. So we don't want that. You know, we don't want it to be toxic. You have free will. So it can get a little crazy. So like I said, y'all both individually have to heal. You have to grow. You have to find yourselves, right? A lot of people talk about doing things together. Oh, we can heal together. We can da-da-da. But if it's constant arguing and pain and da-da-da, maybe you need to take the romanticism out. And it's not as easy to do, right? You can't just up and be friends with somebody who's romantically involved with. Maybe you can try, but if it don't work out, that's just not for y'all. And it may be time to just release them and to just come back later on. You know, 3 months later or something, like, you know. Maybe it'll be more, y'all will be more accessible to each other. Because there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of inner child healing that needs to be done. So that's just draining, right? Challenging, stressful for the both of you, I'm sure. But it's like maybe both of you guys want it to work. You want it to be this person. They never had a love like you before. So of course they're like, hey, I don't want nobody but you. But at the end of the day, look, it says, I love you and them. I'm not finna play. I'm not finna do it. So like I said, for some of y'all, these people, they're trying to do better. They're trying to be in a better energy. For others of you guys, they are actively, they've changed. They're coming into this new energy. For some of you guys, this person is not your soulmate. They're a false twin flame. Or if they're not a false twin flame, they're just simply, it's just, there's something better for you. And for others of you guys, damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Any last messages here for the collective? Yeah, there was a karmic lesson here involved. Confirm the karmic lesson. So I wouldn't be surprised if this connection become toxic. Romance, no strings. Yeah, I feel like this was, of course, a romantic connection. Now somebody in the energy, like they don't want no strings attached when it comes to this. I feel like there was a lot of lessons involved in this union. There's triggers. Maybe you trigger this person or they trigger you, or both. There was a lot of cycles, you know, just round and round and round. And maybe this has just led to like self-love, you know. So this was very much necessary. Self-love is always the best love. So I feel like this just brought you guys into a point to where you needed it to bring you. Like, of course, it probably become toxic. It probably become this and that. People probably got hurt in the situation, but I feel like it brought you guys to where you needed to be with yourselves, right? So You already know what to do with this situation. You already have clarity. I feel like you should just speak your truth. I feel like you shouldn't hide how you feel from this person. I feel like you should not suppress how you feel from this person, and vice versa. But I also feel like you guys should be realistic. If you know that it's kind of like difficult, like at least try it. At least put effort, right? At least both of y'all need to try to move on from the past. Forgive yourself. Forgive them. Move forward. But if that still seems hard to do, then maybe it is necessary to take a break, to go your separate ways. Okay. Give me a message for the collective regarding this. Soulmate twin flame energy. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. There was some type of negative outcome here. Or maybe if you keep going the route that you're going, it's going to be like a negative outcome, right? So before the connection gets any worse, maybe just take a pause on the romanticism for now and just heal. Maybe just any more messages for the collective regarding this situation. So yeah, bumping heads, effed up over you. So if this person, they in regret and they doing all this, and if they feel bad but it's still like a cycle, then it's like they want to do better, but maybe ego is in the way, maybe influences, and maybe you guys are just learning lessons, like in the form of self-love, in the form of having more compassion for humans, for each other. All right. I provide $7.77 questions, honey. I'm about to get ready to get off of here, though. So if you guys want to get on the list before I get off, please let me know in the comments. Other than that, I enjoyed doing the message for you. I hope that it giving you some type of clarity. Remember, I'm only confirming what you already know. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't for the other individual. It's your choice to proceed with a person. It's your choice to give somebody a second chance. There's an opportunity to make amends. There's an opportunity to have a second chance with this person, but both individuals need to be ready and they need to be accessible. The Cash App is in my link above, honey bun. So if there's a lot of turmoil, arguments, bumping heads, push and pull dynamic, runner chaser, it's some underlying issues individually that needs to get done. And then y'all can try to heal the connection instead of making it worse. Okay? A personal, I have different prices for my readings. So I have the $25, $35, and $50 readings. I also have donation based for individuals who can't afford my prices. And once again, the questions are $7.77. Thank you guys for your trust and your support, for the likes, the follows, the gifts. I appreciate it. All right. Any last messages in tarot regarding this soulmate twin flame union? Yep, somebody just want their independence, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, ooh, damn. Yeah, the Empress in the reverse, honey. So I feel like it's just a lot of healing that needs to be done. A lot of individual, like we already talked about it. You know, tarot is just confirming the stuff that I already talked about. So I feel like there's love here. There's a person choosing the other person, and that person choosing. Y'all are choosing each other. But it's just people, they're in their head. And mind you, this is, we cause ourselves to be in our head. Nobody is holding us against our will. We have these tied up on ourselves. We can just easily loosen on up out of them, take the blindfold off, and just go based on what we currently see now. But instead, we probably are clinging on to the past, you know, the fears and like everything like that, the worries and everything. So you or this person or both of you need to get out of your head when it comes to the connection, because there is love here. And I am seeing that you guys are choosing each other. But maybe somebody is just in this space of, I just want my freedom. I just want to be independent. I just want to do this. I want to do that. And maybe you just got to let them. Okay? Maybe you just got to let people just do them. You know, do what's best for them. Because then maybe they'll come back in a better energy. Because currently with this Empress here, which can tie to infertility, the opposite of upright, which is the energy of nurturing, creativity, fertility, the mother, the divine feminine. Who, child? Confirm the Empress coming out in the reverse. Yeah. So I just feel like this is, somebody is in this energy because, like I said, they allow somebody to have power over them, to shift them into this energy. You know, that's why you have to be already happy within. You already got to be at peace. Another person cannot be your peace. They cannot be your happiness. That's not how that works, okay? You need to be happy on your own. Because if this person do something to you, it's going to fuck up your whole life. And you're going to be mad at the world. And if you do have a kid by them, you're going to probably be taking it out on your kid. Or you're probably going to be like, yeah, I want an abortion. Or something like that. You know, you got to detach. You can't be unhealthily attached to people. And I feel like maybe a mother figure of this person could really be very significant in their life. Remember, we talked about the mother figures. A negative mother, maybe a mother who wasn't really a good mother. They were probably neglectful. They probably weren't as emotionally available. Whatever the case may be in that, I feel like they played a huge part in why their seed came out as a bad seed. And I feel like you guys are helping them come into this good seed that they were always meant to bloom or blossom into. But the thing is, you can't be somebody's guide. You can't be somebody's healer. They have to do the work themselves. So I feel like y'all just gained a lot of wisdom, a lot of, you know, from your trials and tribulations and the hurt that you've been through. So I feel like you really just using your brain rather your heart. Like, you like, yeah, I know you love me, I love you too, but at the end of the day, I still have certain fears or worries or doubts about this situation, which you don't want to have that, because how are you going to move forward if you still carrying this energy? But I can see why you probably are sticking to it. But the Eight of Swords don't have to be here just because the Queen of Swords is. So it's just get the fears out of it. Don't live in the past, right? Help yourself move forward. Can you pin your Cash App? Yes. Let me. It should be in my link, but I'll just go to my Cash App. Okay, so it'll be Bonafide Oracle. So Oracle is the number 0, not the letter O. All right, so it's going to be $BONAFIDE, number 0, RACLE. Bonafide Oracle Honey Bun. That's my Cash App. If you guys click the link in my bio and you scroll all the way down, you'll see payment options. I have like 4+ payment options listed. Sometimes TikTok take my link out my bio, so yeah, y'all are really just being encouraged to trust your intuition, because it's a lot of confusion. It's a lot of illusions going on. So you just gonna have to trust your intuition regardless of the readings you be getting, regardless of what the hell be going on. Because remember, you choose, you make these choices in your life. A tarot reader can tell you, yeah, go ahead, give him another chance. But you can't sit up there and say, the reader told me to do that. Because you have your own brain and you have your own, you know, if you feel. Confirm this Empress reversed energy. Yeah, so the Empress reverse can really just be this other person. So a lot of these people are not in their power. They're not in the divine energy yet. because they still have like a lot of work to do. They probably come off as this abusive person that abuses their power or whatever the case may be, or that could be your own energy. And by all means, don't beat yourself up about things. Don't beat this person up about things. Just heal and be a better person, you know. It didn't let me send. It says it might be a scam. That's crazy. Yeah, heartbreak. Well, you can send in other ways if you want to, honey. Let me see. Or you can tell me your Cash App. Let me put the link back in my bio. Oh, I don't have the link. I forgot I'm on my backup account. If you guys want to follow my main TikTok, my main TikTok is in my bio. I can't really put my website on this account because it doesn't let me do it. So if you go to my bio and you see how it says main TikTok and it gives you the option to click. It gives you the option to click my my main TikTok. It's gonna send you to my main account, and here I have my website there. So maybe you guys can try it that way. I want to read about me and Isaiah parenting. But yeah, if you guys want to follow my YouTube or Instagram and stuff like that, the link is in the bio for that. But my website, where my link tree is for all of my platforms and payment options, you have to go to my main account. Or you can just tell me, I want to read about me and Isaiah's co-parenting. Okay, honey, no problem. Do you want to tell me your Cash App? And you can just tell me what amount you're trying to send and I can request. Or you can try to click the link in my bio and, of course, click my main account. And then go to the link tree, scroll all the way down and click payment options so it can send you straight there. Maybe it won't say it's a scam if you do it that way. I'm not sure. Yeah, them thoughts, I'm telling you, them negative thoughts and fears is why you're running away. Your negative thoughts and fears is why you're running away. Confirm the Two of Cups. It's like you bumping heads with this person, and I feel like that's really because the love is there, you know, and the unhealed energy. Confirm the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, it's time to secrets. Confirm this. What's the secrets? Feelings and ashamed. I'm telling you, something about mother figures or external influences are very significant. Okay, huh? So, I believe you told me you wanted to get on the list, and another individual told me. I have your name and your picture in my head, but I just can't like think of. So, if you guys want to get on the list, let me know so I can stay on live. And so I can know that you're sending something. Yeah, I feel like that's really what needs to happen. Solitude, you know, y'all taking some time apart and finding yourselves and, you know, coming back together more healthier, more strong, because in the midst of this is going to provide growth. This is going to provide soul finding, and this can actually help restore the connection, have you guys come into a new beginning without the stress, okay? And, you know, overcoming a lot of things and learning those lessons and breaking the cycles, you know, no more patterns, no more unhealthy patterns, you know. I feel like you guys can overcome the stresses and the damages and the conflict that was had, but it's just, I feel like you know what to do when it comes to this connection, like for sure. You already, so trusting your intuition when it comes to this union, and be mindful that you're not actually wasting your time on somebody that's not really for you, okay? Because everybody's story is different, situation is different. But I'll conclude this message, but never my love for you. Thank you guys for coming in with your trust and your support and the gratitude and the likes and the gifts. I appreciate it. I return you guys' energy back to you, and I release my energy back to me. Once again, that is the ending of the collective, but if you want to get on the list, you can just click the link in my bio, tap on main account, and follow that link tree. When you go in the link tree, scroll all the way down and you'll see my payment options. If you just want to do it without all the links and the tapping, my Cash App is in the chat. I'll pin it again. Okay. This is my Cash App. Okay, and this is the number 0 in Oracle, not the letter O. All right, I'm gonna wait a little longer for anyone who wants to get on the list. This video will once again be uploaded to my YouTube in case you couldn't stay for the whole message, or you didn't get the beginning, or whatever the case may be. "111." Yes, very significant angel number. Once again, you guys, don't forget, you should look up these angel numbers generally and in a relationship type of way, whether it's paternal, platonic, romantic, business, okay? Yeah, somebody's so jealous of y'all union with these people that they just don't want it to work. They wishing that something happened. They wishing that this person go back to their old ways. They wishing that this person is not for you, which is crazy. Like, damn, y'all that miserable? Like, some people probably trying to blind you from the fact that this is actually your person, and that you guys are the only ones that's stopping it from blooming. You got people, exes, trying to do love spells on your person or whatever. It don't make no sense, honey. Okay. Miss Maya, or Miss... I'm not sure how you pronounce your name because it's spelled in a unique way, but correct me if I'm wrong, honey bun. Are you still wanting to get on the list? I don't know if you're still here or not. Let me know if you guys are having any troubles with the links, with sending to my payment options, so I can help you. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live, you guys, but if you want to get on the list, just message me. Any and everyone is able to message me. All right, you don't have to be following me. I don't have to be following you. So if you want to get on the list, feel free to do so. But this video will be uploaded to my YouTube as early as I can. Okay, but thank you guys for joining, and I will see you in the next live or in the next video. Stay safe and dangerous, and remember, self-love